Hi, this is Hank from Moomer Media, and in this video I'm going to take a look at using the Automix function from a Midas MR18 digital mixer to control an array of mics during a live streaming session. Increasingly, my live streaming work involves capturing Q&A panels during conferences and so on. And the problem with that is that you can have anything up to half a dozen live mics on the panel members themselves, plus an adjudicator mic, and maybe a couple of wireless mics going out into the audience for questions. Now, obviously, mixing those mics manually while you're trying to live stream a gig is nigh on impossible. So one of the tools that I use to actually help me manage that is the Automix function on the MR18. Automix is by no means unique to the MR18 or indeed to Midas mixers. It's been around since the 1970s, and you'll certainly find that any reasonably well-spec'd digital mixer and indeed any decent field recorder that's got multiple channels is going to have some sort of Automix feature. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show you how I set up the MR18 for a sort of typical live streaming scenario where I've got multiple mics that I can just set and forget and concentrate on my key role, which is to do the camera switching for the live stream. Okay, I've got three mics set up in front of me, three Sennheiser E835s, which I typically use for a Q&A panel for a live stream. Okay, they'd be further apart than this, but the problem is with having 3, 4, 5 open mics when only one person's speaking at a time, you're going to get a lot of background noise. You're going to get the sound of panel members rustling papers, maybe having a quiet chat in the background. You're certainly going to pick up a lot of room ambience and so on, and you want to try and get that under control if you can. Now, what the Automix feature does, rather than actually muting inactive mics, is it ducks them. So as one mic becomes active because somebody's speaking into it, that's given a priority over the other mics in the group. And the other mics in the groups are ducked in the same way that you've probably heard sort of DJs' music being ducked when they start talking over their wireless mic to the crowd. Looking at the mixer interface, you've got two Automix groups. I'm going to use group X, so I'm just going to switch that on. And then above each channel fader, my three mics, I've got these switches that tell me that I'm basically routing these three mics now to that group X. You'll see as soon as I do that, as soon as I switch them on, you'll see that effectively a sort of a second volume meter opens up that's working in opposition to the level meter at the bottom of the channel fader, and that's showing me how much the mics are being cut by. Now, I'm pretty much equidistant from each of those mics at the minute, so that's actually difficult to sort of judge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up a sine wave tone on my phone and move it between the three mics, and you'll be able to see that as the phone moves, as that sort of voice, if you like, becomes active over each of the three different mics, that the two less active mics are being ducked. Their gain is being reduced significantly. Okay, so it's much easier to see with a sort of more proximate sound source than my voice. Okay, now you can set the level of the sort of priority. These small triangles here, these little arrows, actually control the amounts by which any individual mic is ducked. If I take that one up and start my tone generator again, and you'll see that mic 1 is being ducked by much less than mic 2. I'm going to change that level now and bring the mic 1 level all the way down there, and now you can see that mic 1 is being ducked more than mic 2. So that basically allows you to set the priority level for individual mics to sort of account, I suppose, for speakers who sort of speak at dramatically different volumes from each other. So that's setting up the Midas MR18 Automix function. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, don't. It's a free country. And I'll see you again soon. Take care.